Welcome back to my channel, guys, and today we're going to start our lesson with the topic draw lines in producing illusions of volumes. It will be our new lesson for illustration. Ako nga pala si Teacher Say, a secondary school teacher of Angeles City Senior High School, Schools Division of Angeles City. So, let's start! So let's start. Our topic for today is draw lines introducing illusions of volume. So for our outline for today, we'll be talking about optical illusion, geometric illusion, line illusion, and different types of illusions. First, what are the techniques that you learned in drawing from our previous lessons? Write your answer in the comment section down below. What are the techniques you enjoyed using the most? Why? Again, post this video and write your answer in the comment section down below. How can this knowledge help you with our course of illustration? Again, repost this video and write your answer in the comment section down below. So when we're talking about optical illusions, it forces us to recognize that contrary to what we might think, what we see of the world is not simple physical record like a photograph. Signal that your eyes receive from the elements in a scene in front of them are often ambiguous. Your brain is constantly interpreting these signals to construct an image that makes sense to it. So basically, optical illusions are just a play in your mind because not everything that you see are real. Okay, so for example, this image, it's not a triangular shape, and they are not overlapping, but rather because of the different perspectives, there are illusions that are made. So basically, ang ginagawa natin sa illustration, because we're more on 2D, okay, flat surface, we're using different perspectives to let the viewer of your illustration think that they are seeing the real thing or having illusions of, let's say, 2D lang siya pero ang drawing mo is 3D. Okay, that is optical illusion. So geometric illusions are produced by the arrangement of points, lines, and simple shapes in ways that make you misinterpret these elements when you see them. So basically, you're just using shapes. For example, here, okay, akala nyo merong konting 3D effect on the picture, but in reality, you're just using the squares, okay, the cubes, but having different perspectives because they have the same dimension, not the same dimensions, but rather the same number of sides, but having different length, different width, but they're considered as squares or rectangles, but they are showing illusion to you that you are being sucked on a wormhole. Okay? Then line illusions use surrounding colors or objects and our experience with perspective to use all our knowledge against us. So basically, in illusion, in creating optical illusions, just like what I mentioned earlier, it is more on your ability to use different perspectives to let the viewer have a different interpretation of what you have drawn. So types of line illusions. The first one is what we call cafe wall illusion. So if you're familiar with the design of a very old cafe wall, it looks like bricks of white and colored or white or black, okay? But in horizontal pattern, okay? Then they don't align them. So para siya naka-bend. So it's like this one, okay? It's bending, but that's part of the illusion, okay? Hearing illusion. Okay, this image suggests that the horizontal lines are bent. However, the distortion is caused by the background that simulates perspectives and thus false depth perception is created. So basically, yung gitna, okay, the center line, okay, horizontal line, this one, it's not bent. But because of the different perspectives being used, your perception changes. Okay? There are different lines here, but the center horizontal line is not bent here. Poggendorff illusion. So basically, if you will look here, this image, and I will ask you where's the extension of the line, not this one, but rather here, okay, on the lower part. Because in Poggendorff illusion, human brain is very poorly interprets the path of diagonals. So akala natin itong linya to, but in reality, it's on the opposite one. Okay? Because of this block over here, your brain is interpreting that, okay, diretso siya, so it means magiging diretso siya dito. But in reality, it's not. Zollner illusion, so it uses diagonal lines, okay, diagonal lines, but all the lines are not parallel. Okay? They are parallel, but because of the diagonal lines, your mind is interpreting that they are not. Then we have tilting table. Unfortunately, kulang ang space ito. But here, tilting table, it will show, if you Google it, it shows an illusion that there's a tilt on the table, but in reality, it's not. Okay? Because of the different slanted lines, diagonal lines, okay, it makes an illusion that the table is tilting, but in reality, it's not. Then you have lines, of course. Okay, squares or rectangles, they can even form illusions by simply creating, let's say, for example, here, I'm seeing a diamond, a rhombus, but there's no drawing of a rhombus here. Okay? So on and so forth. Then no spiral. There is no spiral in the following pictures. It's just nicely put squares that are eyes incorrectly understood as spirals. So if you will look here, it's like what the description said, no spiral is basically, it's square forming a circle, but there is no spiral effect here. It's just proper placement. Okay? Regular squares. Again, here, if you look this one, you thought the squares are shrinking at the middle, but in reality, if you will remove the smaller squares, it's just a plain old checkerboard. Okay? But because of the smaller squares, placement of those smaller squares, there's an illusion that your that your checkerboard is shrinking at the middle. Straight dice. So again, here the image is just too big. Okay, because of the dice around, there's no drawing at the middle, but your mind is perceiving there's a dice at the middle. So for your activity, okay, it will be a performance task at your module. Okay, for my students, St. Paul and St. Olga. Okay, you take a picture of those activities, of that activity, and post it on our Facebook page so that I can check it. So why do we need to understand how line illusions work? You may post this video and write your answer in the comment section down below. Does the knowledge about illusion help you to be a good illustrator? How? So you may post this video and write your answer in the comment section down below. So don't forget, our quotation as always, imagination is more important than knowledge. So basically, if you cannot use your imagination here in our subject, it is very difficult for you to create anything. Okay? So thank you for listening.